When Joshua Van sees Bruno Silva loading up on a big right hand, he pulls back so that he's just out of range. Then he uses his lead hand almost like a collar tie to redirect Silva's momentum and send him away. He's now created a really favorable angle where he's safe and lined up to counter. Then he pivots with his lead foot to square himself back up. Remember that detail because it's going to come back to haunt him. Then he finishes with a right hook that hurts Silva badly. This is a sequence that Van repeats over and over again. It's something that's hard-coded into his defensive playbook. But when you become predictable, the opponent can counter. Silva comes crashing in again, and Van sets up the same counter. He backs up and gets ready to pivot and counter with his right hook. But Silva does something kind of strange. He runs forward with his arms out in front of him, and finishes with what looks like an awkward calf kick. But then he does it again. Maybe he's onto something. When Joshua Van pivots off of his back foot, his lead leg becomes weightless, which means that Silva can sweep that leg. As he does that, he uses this collar tie to shift Van's weight over to the side where his leg is getting reaped. Van still tries to counter with the right hook, but it has no power because he's falling to the ground. This is a foot sweep called Dayashi Barai, and it's a brilliant counter to Van's counter right hook.